The Manayunk Canal is part of the series of canals that runs all the way up to Reading and beyond that brought coal downstream and goods upstream.
This was like a very industrial area, and there were all these buildings along the canal where they would bring boats through.
In the 1940s, the Manayunk Canal was closed and cut off with bulkheads. The canal was filled with mainly rainwater and stormwater runoff.
It's just been very stagnant water, so it was like gross and green and, you know, all that algae.
I remember coming down here as a teenager, and it was just slack water. It just sat here, accumulating trash, debris, smelled.
Downstream of Manayunk Canal, where it drains back into the Schuylkill River, the city has two of the water department's drinking water intakes.
About 40% of the city's drinking water comes from the Schuylkill River, so it's a priority for us to protect these sources, especially when they are so close to where we are pulling water in.
This project at Flat Rock Dam included replacing the secondary spillway, stabilizing the historic Lock 68 and gatehouse structure, the new structure in front of the historic structure to bring fresh flowing water into the Manayunk Canal.
The project has had a profound impact on the water quality. Prior to the restoration project, we were frequently at anoxia, where there was actually no dissolved oxygen in the water. And what we're finding now is that we are consistently meeting water quality standards above 5 milligrams per liter. We've also seen the pH of the water remain within a range of 6 to 9, which is a healthy system.
Species that need higher oxygen levels, that need better water quality, are returning. There's more fishermen out here. We have gizzard shad, we have striped bass, we have species that we have never seen before in this section of the river.
What we're doing right now is actually assessing the feasibility of reintroducing native freshwater mussels to the entire reach of the canal system. Freshwater mussels are obligate filter feeders. Each single mussel can filter anywhere from 6 to 10 gallons per day. As you increase these mussel beds, you're essentially creating what you would think is a water treatment facility. And that's our goal here, is to reestablish these foundational species at populations where we see that water quality dial move. With the improvements in water quality, we now have a platform to reintroduce these essential species into this water.
Manayunk is a river community, so the folks in Manayunk and Roxborough and the surrounding neighborhoods come down here to recreate.
The people who use this trail regularly have a very strong sense of connection and ownership. And I know that the water department heard a lot of input from those people.
People use this trail all the time, and they started seeing construction, and they just had genuine interest. I think that broadened the audience of the people that just were aware of it and curious about it.
This type of investment, it causes people to want to come down to the river, to want to interact and engage with the river.
It really allows the community and our children to appreciate our source water and appreciate the watershed more. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and partnership to make this project work. Working with Schuylkill Greenways, working with Roxborough Manayunk Conservancy, working with Manayunk Development Corporation.
Schuylkill River trail users, the Bike Coalition, Army Corps of Engineers, Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection.
Partnership for the Delaware Estuary, PAC, and then a number of other city agencies.
One of my favorite parts of the project was that it was so many different parts of the Philadelphia Water Department, so many units were involved.
This project allowed us to break down some institutional silos, working with colleagues in PWD who we don't always interact with each other.
It was like truly a collaborative project.
This recognition means so much to us. This project is not so much an award for PWD, but an award for the city and the community and for all the folks that have been working for decades to see this project be opened.
We tend to take a long view. We've been around for 200 plus years, and we intend to be around for hundreds of years more. We design sewers to last 200 years, water mains for 120 years. So spending 20 years to make sure we get a project right, it happens. It doesn't really make us sweat.